Welcome back to another episode of the Play Hard, Look Dope podcast with your hosts, Ebony
and John.
We are so excited for today's show because we have former NBA player, now businessman, and owner of Primetime League, John Askew. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank both of you for inviting me to one of your first editions of your podcast.
Yeah.
So thank you for bringing me in so early.
We're very excited.
I'm excited to learn a lot more about basketball, too.
Yeah, she knows nothing about basketball. Where did you grow up? Tell us where you grew up.
Yeah, so I'm a New York, Brooklyn guy. I grew up in Coney Island.
Coney.
Yeah, Coney Island. And when I grew up in Coney Island, I attended Abraham Lincoln High School. And for everyone that is a basketball aficionado or a historian of the game, understands when a player has gone to Lincoln High School and played basketball. You know,
Didn't Marbury go there?
Yeah, the thing is, Marbury's the most famous. But I played with his brothers.
Oh, no way.
And his brothers were both just as good, but sometimes it's the luck of the draw and certain things like that. And they both played major college basketball. But when I was there, the putting Lincoln on the map and kind of starting a dynasty happened during my generation.
What position did you play?
Shooting guard.
Oh, nice. So you got a sweet jumper?
Yeah, you left-handed, John?
No, I'm right-handed.
Okay, well, I started laughing because I'm like...
I know you're left-handed.
Yeah, you know, I'm left-handed. That's right.
Wow.
On that, yeah. So I'm left-handed, and I shoot jumpers. Or I shot jumpers.
Yeah. And a good free throw shooter?
I was a decent free throw shooter. I had about an 80% average.
That's very impressive.
When did you first become interested in basketball? Do you remember the first time?
Well, interesting story. My father is a former football player, and he was a professional football player with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I actually had an affinity to play football first, and the position that I played was quarterback. And in my 9th grade year, I went out for the team, and there was a chance that I was going to start varsity as a ninth grader. And the linemen were all older, and they said, you know, how are we going to get led by this freshman quarterback, even though I show flashes of greatness, but they're looking at, hey, we're trying to get into college and all of this and that. We need to have a winning season. And so one day in practice, they opened up the line, and I got hit.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah, I got hit, and that hit cracked 2 ribs. And that was the end of football. And I said, hey, I'm 6'4" as a 9th grader. That basketball might be a little bit easier for me, but my love was football. So
I did not know that.
So because of that, going through that injury, going through that situation and feeling pain like I've never felt before, got me to transition from football to basketball. Then I developed a love for the game because it came easy.
Did you have a cannon of an arm?
Yes, I did. I could, with the left hand.
Oh,
that's like incredible.
I was a little bit of felt like I was a little bit of the Michael Vick without the running, but I had the arm.
And did you have wheels as well?
Yeah. I could get up. Yeah.
That's nice.
So just like a full around like athlete.
Yeah. Obviously, I couldn't get around fast enough with that last situation. But I was pretty fast because back then, it's not like today where a lot of kids play one sport. You know, I grew up at a time where if you played basketball or football, they still had you running track with the track team, you know, because of speed, endurance, and things like that. So we all were a little bit faster than other players because they might have just focused on one thing. So we learned techniques in running track, to make ourselves faster and able to stretch better and stuff like that.
So you breaking a couple ribs got you into basketball?
Yeah, it sure did. Quick, fast, and hurry. I thought I was going to be an NFL quarterback, because I won the and I might be dating myself, but I won the halftime of the NFL punt, pass, and kick.
No shit.
Yeah, I was a contestant, and I, as a 13-year-old, I threw the ball 62 yards.
No fucking way.
And
you could punt.
I could punt.
Who can punt? Who can punt? Really?
I did because back then you only had 14 guys on the team, so you had to learn how to play more in one position.
Everybody
Offense,
had to kind
defense,
of do the same.
special
Be
teams.
good at more than one thing.
But punting hurts the shit out of your foot.
Yeah, I kicked off too.
You don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
That's
I
insane.
don't know what all of it means, but I can kind of picture it a little bit. I can picture it.
Yeah.
So then after high school, what?
So after high school, I wanted to, at the time, the Big East was very dominant in basketball with Georgetown, Villanova, Syracuse, St. John's.
Was that the Patrick Ewing days?
That's the Patrick Ewing. That's the Patrick Ewing days.
John Thompson, coach.
Walter Berry, Mark Jackson, all this and that. And so I wanted to go to Big East. And Raleigh Massimino was the coach at Villanova at the time, and they had just beat Georgetown in the national championship. And I wanted to go there. And I played in the Dapper Dan All-American game and twisted my ankle.
Oh shit!
And it looked like they weren't sure if it was broke or not, but it was a severe sprain. And that ended my dreams because Raleigh Massimino had the coaches call me and say, "Hey John, listen, we want you to go to junior. It's different than it is now. They wanted that scholarship, and they were like, if you're not going to be able to play this year, we really want you to look at going to a junior college." And they sent me to a junior college out in Oklahoma, which is how I got out there. And in that junior college, I had the fortunate experience to play with the NBA legend.
Who's that?
But it was in college. He was John Starks.
Oh, I know
John
that
Starks.
name.
Yeah. So John Starks and I became best friends. And
what was that like meeting him then? Was he already like a name, or was just
no? He was a regular. He was a regular guy, and this was junior college. So he was raw.
Okay,
he was raw. I was actually probably a little bit more polished than him, at that time, but he was very raw, very athletic, but his upside, in terms of was better. So,
but he lagged in the D League for a while.
Yeah. What happened is he went from there to Oklahoma State and balled out. I followed him. But he balled out so much, and they saw so much talent that he got the opportunity to get it wasn't a G League; it was called a CBA back then.
Okay,
it was CBA was basically like the G League. So we both experienced that. John got called up to the league and got a shot with the Knicks, and it was over.
It was over.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was over.
What do you think of when he shot like 1 of 17 against the Rockets?
I was there.
Oh shit! Game
I was in the
7.
that was the 1994 finals.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
right.
I want to take it like when you're in college, are you thinking pro at that point, or are you just thinking you're playing the sport that you love to play?
I was thinking pro in high school.
Wow.
Because in high school, and I'm glad you brought that up, because the reason why in high school, in New York City, every other game I played in New York City, I played against a future pro. Mark Jackson, Kenny Smith, Rod Strickland, Walter Berry, Chris Mullins.
Yeah.
I can go on and on and on. The 90s, the 80s, delivered practically about 12 pros within 2 years, so and at the NBA level. Okay, then you still had guys that went overseas. So totally, it was probably in my era of high school, I probably played against 30 guys that made it to the next level. So I was already thinking like a pro.
So what were your days like in terms of, were you like training every day? Was there like a strict schedule? I'm trying to think in my mind, like to what I see now with athletes. Was it like that
You
then?
talking about in high school or college?
College,
College.
like, yeah, more
Okay, I
so
was about to
college.
say.
Yeah, not,
Yeah.
not high
No,
school. Yeah.
it was a transition between high school and college. It got real, and it was balancing out. Not, classes are obviously different in terms of your hours and stuff like that. And then in college, a lot of times you had some type of training in the mornings before class, like 7 a.m. from 7 a.m. 7:45. You're doing something, and then after class, you're doing something. At that,
Were you a good student?
I passed.
Okay, I get it. I appreciate that.
That's a good student.
Ebony passed.
I
Not
just
college,
passed.
but she passed high school.
You know what? I don't know who's watching. Yes, I did good in school.
There you
I
go.
did well in school. Okay.
Yes. You did what needed to be done.
Yeah,
in
this is
school.
basketball 1, basketball 2, basketball
Yeah.
3, weightlifting 6.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Library 4.
Yeah.
So I got my hours.
Were you a really good player in college?
I was a decent player in college. It was a transition. I kind of, because I thought the level of play that I played in high school, and then I found myself at a junior college. So I'm like, it ain't no way these, I'm going to drop 50 a game, on this. So I didn't really take it serious at first until like my second year. Then I was just getting tired of guys from Bessemer, Alabama, and Peacock, Georgia, and stuff like that actually
Took it serious.
that took it serious, and they actually outplayed me.
Yeah.
Good lessons. Good lessons.
Yeah, it was like it didn't matter where I was from. I'm thinking I'm from New York City.
Right.
where-
You don't
where-
fuck with the OGs in New
Yeah,
York.
and I'm a guard.
Right.
Guard. We know for New York is known for
New
having
York
guards.
Yeah.
That's what we're known for. And I thought, it was a cakewalk. So I was a little bit out of shape and all this, and took it easy until that first day in practice, and I found it's real.
And then, did you have a good season?
I had a decent season. I had enough of a season where people saw that and thought I had a shot at the next level.
Wow, that's impressive.
So now you're like kind of looking at going pro. What is that like in terms of getting closer to that? What starts to happen? Do you need to practice more? Are you getting phone calls? Do you get an agent? How does that work?
Well, yeah, you just pretty much described it. You get an agent. An agent starts to put you through different workouts, having you tested, seeing what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, where that's concerned, and then start to go visit teams. You look down strategically to see the needs of each particular team. If I'm not going to be interested in a team that's got 6 guards when they only can keep,
Because his position.
because of the position where they can
Oh,
only
okay.
keep
No,
4.
I didn't know.
You know what
Oh,
I mean?
okay.
So it's like, it's not just, it's a lot of, I had the best opportunity because I didn't get drafted. I was a free agent. So we got to kind of cherry pick. Even though when you don't get drafted, it's harder to make it. But you got a better chance than getting drafted to a team that's already full of people at that position, So I'd rather go to a team where they got 3 guards and they're looking for 1, and I just have to beat out 2 more guys, but those 2 more guys aren't under contract.
It's interesting.
It
It's
is.
sorta
That's really strategic.
Obi and Randall.
Yeah.
Obi could never get time with Randall because they play the same position.
I'm really curious. I want to know like what it feels like to get that call that you're going pro.
Since it wasn't a moment of hysteria because I wasn't drafted, and I knew that it was a tryout. So I knew I could get a tryout, on it. The impact moment came when I made the final roster. Now, so when people, go through this, this euphoric feeling, usually that's when you're drafted, because when you're drafted, you're pretty much guaranteed to be on the team for at least a year. But when you're trying out, you don't turn around and go through that euphoria until you make the team. So I felt it then.
Okay, because it's still a lot of work before.
Still a lot of work, but even though I was in a situation where I'm what we call the bottom of the bottom guy, that's got to play his ass off every day because I didn't, get a guaranteed contract.
Okay.
See, you were a hustler.
Yeah. I had to come with my hard hat every day.
Yeah. And what team did you try out with?
Miami.
Who was coach back then?
Kevin Loughery.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you think of him?
I don't remember him too,
Okay.
I don't remember him too. I mean, he's been in the game for a long time, but he wasn't really the guy that was paying attention to me. He was paying attention to the Dan Marleys, the Steve Smiths, the John Sallies,
I was going to ask, who was in the league around the time that you made the roster?
Yeah, I just mentioned three.
Yeah. So,
Jordan was playing then too, right?
Oh, on other teams. I thought you were talking about
no,
Miami.
yeah, no. Who were some of the other players
in the
league? Yeah, just a few.
Dominique.
Just a few.
Well, you started already. Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Wow.
Charles Barkley, Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, Dominique Wilkins, Dr. J.
I fucking love Dr.
That's one of his. Yeah, he loves him.
Daryl Dawkins, Moses Malone,
Daryl Dawkins,
Clyde-
Chocolate Thunder.
Clyde Drexler. Wow. John Stockton, Karl Malone.
Wow,
Karl Malone was a beast.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's had me watch a few
obviously
things in the past.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Obviously John Starks, Patrick Ewing.
Yeah.
Your diehard.
Oakley. Yeah.
Charles Oakley.
Loved Oakley.
So now you're in the league. What changes in your life immediately? Are there any immediate changes? Like, obviously you have to move because you were in Oklahoma and stuff, but is it just a whirlwind or it's a slow process?
No, it's a whirlwind. Mm-hmm. It's a whirlwind there because it's a job, right? Okay. It's a job. So that means basketball is 24/7. There's no school in there. There's no, nothing else going on. There, it's work.
There had to be a couple late nights though.
In the beginning,
late nights.
No, not for me. No? because I was the guy that could get cut in any second.
So you took it seriously.
Yeah. So other people, I know, I can't call no names out. Some other guys kind of didn't, maybe didn't make it to practice and stuff like that. But they, listen, they were the better guys with the guaranteed contracts and stuff like that.
They get away with
I'm the guy that's got to carry the mop and
carry their luggage,
all this and that. So full of ice, full of ice.
Not literally, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no, they make you do
get
that.
out.
Yeah. The new guy in the team carry the luggage.
It's called rookie hazing.
Yeah. What do you think of that?
I think it's fair. You
That's
know what
cool.
I mean? They're breaking you in. It's just like joining a fraternity or being a part of an organization. It's just, it's part of it. It teaches you. It actually humbles you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You need humility.
Yeah, at the beginning because, it is a job. So you got to get used to understanding that everybody in the NBA can really play.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's what I say all the time.
Yeah.
The worst guy that you see on TV, the worst guy that you see on TV is better than anything you've seen in your life.
Yeah. Totally. 100%.
Did you ever play on West 4th?
Yeah. Yes. I love West 4th.
What do you think of that?
The court's smaller. The court's smaller, but it's some history.
Yeah, that's history, man.
Yeah, it's some history there. The two courts that, were kind of a rite of passage to play on was West 4th and Rucker Park.
Oh, I didn't know that. Where's Rucker Park?
Know that, yeah.
155th Rucker Park. That's where the pros were. That's
Oh, I
where
didn't
all
know
of them, LeBron, I mean, it was made more popular with LeBron, Kobe, Shaq.
Is it an outside court?
Outdoor court.
That's the same with West Fourth.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, West Fourth's a real deal.
I know West Fourth. I didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Rucker Park had more pros than any other
I didn't know.
park
Didn't know that.
by a mint.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then, how long were you with Miami?
A couple of months, and then they detected a high. Right when I made it, they sent me in for the final physical, and detected that I had a hiatal hernia behind my heart. It's something that is something that is a little bit common in this day that they can fix in 2 minutes, but back in my day they couldn't. They didn't even know what it was, and it's essentially a hole in your diaphragm. And so they did fix it, I got a piece of that mesh inside of me that covered the hole, but they didn't know if it was going to, if the mesh was going to stay in place or not from the excess stress of what,
Yeah.
NBA
sports.
Live running up down.
all this
Totally,
and
the
that.
whole
So
thing.
I couldn't pass a a physical.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and that ended my career really before it began.
Wow. So how did that affect you?
Well, it affected me heavily.
Yeah.
Mentally, considering, like I said, I wasn't the best student.
Right.
Didn't know what I was going to do. Post this, thought at least I'd have like a 10, 12-year career at doing what I love. So, I wasn't really knowing what my next move was going to be. But then the players rallied around me.
Okay.
Like
That's
what
good.
players?
Yeah.
Like the John Starks.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, these people. They were friends, and we knew them
Right.
since college. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Right,
And
right.
they still looked at me as one of them, even though I had this. So I started managing some of their off the court affairs while they were focused on playing ball.
That's a good.
Like
That's a
commercial-
fast pivot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like commercial deals or something like that.
Whatever, if they had businesses, most of them had some type of business that they own, so I could watch some of their day-to-day stuff, and at the time
It's
a lot
good
of
looking out.
Yeah.
a lot of these guys, that's right when the cell phones, the Nextel.
Nextel.
I
Yeah.
remember
Yeah,
next.
the Nextel.
It was like the bleep bleep. or something.
BlackBerry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, when those phones came out, and I know John Starks had one, had in Oklahoma, had a Nextel cell phone store. So
Oh no shit.
So yeah, I went back and managed this store.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yep. And then I got into sports management. I started managing the guys.
How was that? What's that like?
No, it was cool. A lot of high maintenance.
I was gonna say.
It's like they turn into high maintenance guys when they're off the court.
Right.
In terms of that. So I was doing a lot of booking appearances and stuff like that for them.
Mm-hmm. And then where'd you go from there?
I went from there into the. So while I was in college, I didn't want to come home in the summertime because the summertime wasn't nothing for me in Coney Island, nothing at all, but problems.
Yeah.
So one of the boosters owned a car dealership in Oklahoma, and I was like, I told my coach, I said, hey, I want to stay out here and go to school, get ahead, with some classes, but better I didn't want to go home. So
Because why? Coney Island was fucked up?
yeah, just it's the hood.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I'm a college guy, ain't nobody in Coney Island for the most part going to college and stuff
Right.
like that. It's a bunch of, warriors.
Right.
You
so
seen the
could've,
movie?
Like, pulled you back.
Yeah. You seen
course,
Coney Island
of course.
is one of the most
Yeah.
notorious place or was for gangs, and that's why they made the movie The Warriors and all of this and that. And so he gave me a job at the car dealership, and it was so funny. The story is a real funny story. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go there, wash cars, detail cars, run errands on the lot, go get gas, all this and that. I would show up in like this type of attire, and the boss said to me, he said, hey, is this how you show up for work? I said, yeah. He said, go put a shirt on and stuff like that, and some slacks and some shoes. So I'm like, okay, maybe they're taking me through the interview process. Yeah.
That's what I would think too.
I'm thinking, I'm like, okay,
fuck?
I'm assuming the sale. Like, damn, I'm a star basketball player. What, you know what I'm saying?
What are you talking
What are you
about?
talking about, man? I don't need to put no clothes on. But whatever. Whatever. So I go home, back to the dorm, come back with the shirt, and tie and all of this and that. So I walk up to him. I said, so where do you want, who's giving me the interview or whatever? What do you want to do? He said, you see those people out there? I said, what people? He said, out there standing by the car. And I said, yeah. He said, go introduce yourself.
Sell them a motherfucking car.
Get the fuck out.
That's
He
amazing.
said, that's your interview.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
So did you sell him a car?
No, I didn't sell him a car. I was scared as hell. You know what I mean? I hadn't even been in that situation before.
Right.
But now I didn't sell that one, but I sold the second one.
No.
And so what happened was I got some training in interacting with people, learned some sales skills. And then the second month, which was the month before we going back to school, he said, you good with math? And I said, I'm okay. And he said, I want to put you in the finance department.
Wow. I mean, like,
So and all of this stuff, by the way, is what I appreciate now.
Totally.
Because I went into the finance department, and what you do in the finance department, you have to finance the car, but you're the middleman. You're the middleman on both sides. You're not the buyer, you're not the seller, and you're not the bank. You're the person that's got to convince the buyer to use this bank to finance. And in the middle, you have to figure out how to make money. So you looking for the best rate. You look for the lowest rate. The bank's trying to charge the highest rate. And in the middle, I'm trying to make a point or two.
Right.
You know.
And I'm trying to get the lowest price.
and I'm sure, yeah, totally.
Exactly. So you've been dealing with the salesman. Now you don't beat him up to get the price. Now
Right.
you're trying to beat me up to get the interest rate.
Right.
Now I'm trying to get the bank to lower their interest rate so I can make money. So what the skill that I learned was how to engage on both sides.
Yeah. Negotiate.
Fucking
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So that's where it came from. So all of that stuff that I learned, so I learned more in the summertime because I sold cars 3 summers in a row in finance. That's when I went back to the same place, and at the time I'm making about $5,000 a month. You see,
Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
That's good then, yeah.
You know, that's like 15,000
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
5,000.
And you're staying out of trouble. You're not in Coney
Staying
Island.
out of trouble, stacking,
Yeah. And you got a skill now.
and I'm driving a demo.
Oh, shit.
I'm
What,
driving a
caddy?
demo.
A caddy?
No, a BMW.
No fucking way.
I'm
A
driving.
Beamer.
I'm driving a
You remember the old
325i.
BMW radios? Remember those?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
just
yeah.
steal shit all the time. Yeah.
I'm driving a dealership demo. That basically was such a valuable truly on the job
Yeah.
training, and it got me prepared. So once I got, as I was mentioning to you, I went into the mortgage business after that. So I took essentially a mortgage broker is the same thing because he deals with the client and he deals with several banks to try to get a mortgage for the client. So since I had similar training in the car, with cars, it was an easy transition,
So did you find the skills you learned in the car dealership way more relevant than school?
Way more relevant, way more valuable. And here's another reason why, because every walk of life comes onto a car dealership. A janitor to...
Great point.
You
Great.
see
I
what I'm
never
saying?
thought of
I
that.
Yeah.
never thought of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every type of person buys a car.
You're
Doesn't
selling
matter.
to- yeah.
But a BMW, it's a more higher.
But it's
Yeah.
still like every type of person.
Yeah, but every type, because you got different levels of BMW.
Yeah.
Okay. And
So-
were these new cars or used cars?
No, these are both. I did
Oh.
both. I had the opportunity to walk over to the new car side and to the used car side. So I had the best of both worlds.
So how did your mind start to change into, you're a businessman now. Was that the starting point, or did you when did you start to kind of think like I need to do this my own way?
I started making real good money,
Yeah.
and because I tried a couple 9-to-5s, and I'm not knocking 9-to-5s. I want to have that on record that I am not knocking 9-to-5s.
He's knocking 9 to 5.
But but fortunately, I got making $5,000 a month in college. Said that a 9-to-5 is not going to work, for me, because it's going to be hard for me to start out making that. I could build up to it, but I need to elevate from what I've done. So each situation that I took advantage of, it was to make more money. So that's where my mind was like. And then I'm sitting up here, got friends that are in the NBA making buku money, and I don't want to be the guy that asks anybody for any money for anything.
Okay, yeah,
Right,
that makes
right.
sense.
You know what I mean? Because they're cool with you,
Until
but
you ask for money.
everybody's asking them.
Everybody
Right.
is. Their whole family. They have a new business idea. And they're
Trust me, I
somebody-
wasn't even in the league for a full cup of coffee, and I was being asked already.
Wow. So now, what are some of the things that you've been doing post NBA? Yeah.
Okay, so from the mortgage business, I went into the what we call hard money secured asset based lending. In shorter terms, I started loaning money to players against their contract. So their contract was the security. Okay. So I did that for a while, and then I got tired of not being able to help the guys that were retired. Like the guys that were retired were still having problems. So I'm like, I want to try to help solve a problem. I couldn't figure out what it was that I could do to try to help solve, because 90% of the guys don't have anything, within 3
retire,
years.
yeah.
When they
Within 3 years, and I hate turning people, down, especially people I know say, I can't help you. You don't have any collateral, any security. And because a lot of my clients that were getting these loans were basketball players, I said, man, I hope something comes up that I can be involved in that can help guys. And that led to somebody approaching me looking for money. And since I'm in the money space, I'm around money, they approached me about this basketball league venture. And I was like, I've been pitched everything, before. I was like, let me give this guy a shot. So he pitched me about this basketball league, said, hey, this is going to be a basketball league for former NBA players.
What's the name of this?
We're going to get in that. Don't kill my story.
Okay. That was good.
All right. So don't kill it now. I'm in a roll. So I said, tell me about it. He said it's going to consist of former NBA basketball players who've recently left the NBA, but they still have the ability to play at a high level. They might not have the ability to play a full 82 game schedule of the rigament of the NBA, normal schedule, but they can play at a high level for 15 to 20 games. And it's a summer league. So that was like, oh, wow, interesting. So I saw the upside already, and I said, okay, good opportunity, because the summertime, the only thing that's going on is baseball.
Baseball is boring as fuck.
Yeah.
I do agree.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
Listen, I am not the host of the show, so make sure that,
Our audience knows that we think baseball's
I know.
boring.
Yeah. So, I was like, no, this is great. Summertime, no. So I'm thinking from a marketing, or automatically I'm saying marketing means like what competition do you have? That's immediately thrown. I say, well, there's no pro basketball during the summer, no pro football during the summer, no college basketball during the summer.
No hockey.
No hockey.
Yeah, you're right. There's like nothing.
But baseball.
I know.
A totally different crowd watches baseball
Yes.
than basketball. And listen, I'm not against baseball. I like baseball.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't sit and watch it. You know, but I will, you know, go to a game once every 3 to 4 years.
Yeah,
You get
yeah, we
invited
did
to a
too. Yeah,
suite.
you go. Yeah, you go.
That's,
Yeah.
We went to a Yankee game
It's
this
called,
year.
it's called that sweet life.
It's
Yeah.
totally,
Yeah,
It's a
totally,
sweet
totally.
life. Yeah.
Yeah, with the cocktails.
Yeah.
And the food.
Yeah.
Lots of free food.
Yeah, so he told me about the league. You know, he told me about this league, and I was like, "Oh man, this is great. Sounds like a win. Sounds like a nine." I said, "What's your purpose?" He said, "To help extend and help guys transition before the airs out the ball." Ooh. And I was like, "Isn't that something?" I'm like, "Man, God, you just answered my prayers in terms of." Because I said I wanted to impact.
Yeah, that's like your mandate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted to be able to impact and help these guys. It's like, yo, I couldn't give them money, but I can give them a job
Right.
that pays decent money.
Right.
You know, that the job is not, and then to be part of job creation. So the league is Primetime Basketball League. Okay.
That's the official name.
It's the official name. I was just supposed to help him put it together, but I ended up running the league,
Wow.
and now I own the league.
No shit.
Yes.
You own a basketball league.
I own a professional basketball
Wow.
league.
Congratulations.
And who else is involved in this?
Byron Scott.
The ex-Laker great,
Yeah,
Hall of
the ex-
Famer,
Okay.
right?
Oh, he
I was
knows
gonna-
his shit.
He was coach of the
He's so
Nets.
excited.
Coach of the Nets. Dude, I know. I love Byron Scott.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Anyway,
that.
go ahead, yeah.
I had no clue. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I know basketball.
So and the reason why I went and got Byron is because I needed a face that every player would know that this is something real.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's like, okay, former coach of the year, 3-time world champion, blase, 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 blah.
Yeah.
They all know him. He's either coached them or he coached against them, but they all know him. So if he picks up the phone and say, hey, come play in this league,
They got it.
they're going to come. And that's what happened. So it was like I put Byron in, and I actually put him in above me.
So what is he, like the commissioner or something?
He's the CEO.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's the CEO, and I'm the COO.
Uh-huh.
But I'm the owner.
Right. And then
You know.
who are some of the players?
Meta World Peace, Amari
No
Stoudemire.
way.
Yeah, Meta World Peace, Amari Stoudemire.
Amari, former
Wow.
Nick.
Yeah,
He loves
Dude, I love
basketball.
the
Booby Gibson, Ricky Davis, Carlos Boozer. Wow, I had 100 guys, so I'm just having a little bit of a brain fart.
Yeah.
Earl Boykins, Carlos Arroyos. Oh, man.
What's
some
that
great
like
names.
energy like when you get all of these amazing players back together again?
Oh, it was the best thing.
Yeah.
And I missed something very big for the people out there. So this league is not just about the players, it's also about the fans, because statistically only 82% of the people in the entire United States has seen a professional game live.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
82% have not seen.
Have not seen.
Have not.
Yeah,
Did I misquote?
Yeah,
I think-
Yeah, I meant
not.
have
So
80
only 18%.
18%.
I was going to say that's a pretty good number, but
No, it's the opposite. I'm sitting up-
18%.
I wish 82% did,
Right.
but 82% hadn't. So this league is a give back league. You know, our ticket prices are $25.
oh, that's
Wow.
amazing.
Yeah, and for a party for a family of 5, it's $100.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where can we catch these games?
These games we usually play at major Division I colleges. Like we played Rutgers College, we played at UC Irvine, we played at University of Miami down in Miami.
I'll go to
Get
that
out.
game.
He
I'll
will.
fucking go to
He's
that
like,
game.
he's like,
Yeah.
I'm going out
I'll
after
just spend the
too.
weekend there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just make sure it's a Friday game. No, maybe Thursday night game.
We do. No. It's It's on every Saturday.
Every Saturday.
It's
Okay.
good. As long as he can go out after. That's why he's
Yeah.
asking you.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it, man. That's it.
yeah.
I'm all about the groupies.
He just wants to go out.
Yeah. No, this league, this when you catch these players after they've been out of the league, especially for a year to 2 years, their whole mindset is different, and they yearn to get back, the opportunity, because guess what? It's not just lost the playing, but you lost the camaraderie of being around the guys. You've
Right.
lost people asking for autographs and all of the
It's very
extra perks.
mental.
Yeah, you've lost all the perks.
Yeah, but somebody like Amare from Metal World, they've made so much fucking money. They don't need to.
They don't care
this.
about the money.
They don't care about
They
the money.
they don't care about, but they
Right.
they do care about being relative,
Right. Right.
or relevant.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me correct, because there might
Right.
be an English person out there looking at me saying that wasn't proper English.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, they still want to hear the roar of the crowd.
Yeah.
And then after my games, we allow the fans to come on the court.
Oh.
I was going to ask, do they take pictures afterwards or something?
Yes, we let every fan come on the court, and they're on the players on for 45 minutes. That's part of what they do. It's
That's
part of the
amazing.
give back, and
That's
that
amazing.
scene is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I see grown men cry because
Yeah.
they couldn't afford to take their family to go see the Knicks.
Yeah.
On there. So, but what each ticket to get into an
the
NBA
Garden,
game,
fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
that's $150 minimum.
Minimum.
Wild.
That's sitting
It's
in the nosebleeds.
wild.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's like
150.
up. Yeah.
Where $150 can get
Family of four.
family of four, popcorn, and
Absolutely.
a soda.
And
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I love that.
So this is that, and I'm making a breaking news announcement.
Oh,
Breaking
Wait,
news.
do we have a?
Oh shit!
I think
Drum
we have
roll,
a
please.
PHLD exclusive.
We
Maybe
have
that's
we
nice.
have an exclusive, and you can go to my Instagram account at Askew ASKEW _John, and you'll see that announcement that I made there. But this is going to be the first public announcement. We announced today that we were closed, shut down for COVID, and didn't come back. But we received word today that we're coming back in summer 2024.
We're fucking
Wow.
back. We are back.
We are back.
Oh, this is going to be amazing.
Okay, so it's not just that. So this is we're changing up our format. I'm making another breaking news announcement.
Shit.
Okay, so where we used to play one game with two teams in one city and go and do it that way. No, we're going to do it like the NCAA tournament.
Oh, fucking
So
brilliant. Oh,
we-
my God.
So
See,
we're going to bring all 10 teams to one city and have them play against each other. So New York might play against Chicago.
Right.
Miami might play against Vegas.
Wow.
LA might
Yeah.
play against Atlanta. So the fans will be able to see all of the players from each team.
So
in
I
one
can
ci-
buy one ticket.
You can
and
buy
stay
one
for-
ticket and
stay
stay
all
5
fucking
games.
Holy shit.
And it'll be a 1 day pass. So if someone needs to leave for an hour or 2 hours, and we say, okay, they're more interested in the first game, in the third,
Yes.
and the fifth game, they have an opportunity to leave between games.
And come back.
How do I
Yes.
buy tickets?
Yeah. Where can we?
So that's going to be going on sale November 1st for this year, and we anticipate by November 30th having the whole entire season sold
Holy
out.
shit. I need to
So
get
I-
tickets.
So
Yeah,
I
we have
broke
to
the
go.
news here. I broke the news here,
fuck
folks.
Wow,
amazing.
we got ourselves a PHLD exclusive, guys.
Yes.
This is exciting.
Yes.
Fucking great news, man.
So that's on the basketball side. So on the as well, I know I wear a lot of hats. I'm also an executive producer with film projects. I'm currently the president of the For Us By Us, better known as FUBU.
Boo boo.
studios.
Get out.
Okay, that just recently happened there. I'm also a partner with Major Studio Partners, where we co-finance movies with major studios such as Warner Brothers, Paramount, and stuff like that. So, what I feel good about as of recently, we co-financed Barbie.
Wow.
That's fucking
That's
huge.
like incredible.
Yeah. We also co-financed Meg 2. And there's several other movies that are coming out that, that I can't talk about because we're dealing with a situation.
Yeah.
Right.
But
We understand.
situation.
We understand.
But yes, that's also what I have going on. Just staying busy, guys.
Fucking amazing. You're
Very
a hustler,
busy.
bro.
Yeah.
You got that from the car dealers.
That is
Totally.
true.
No,
That's
totally,
true.
you're a hustle.
I used to wait and at the car dealership, I used to say I need a raise. Now I could actually give myself a raise every day.
Just sell more cars.
Just sell more
selling the
cars. Right.
Yeah, that's the
I
way
was
to
slick.
do it. Yeah.
I was kind of slick with it because I used to go when Oklahoma car dealerships weren't open on Sundays, but I was on the car dealership on Sundays. I was out handing out business cards because that's when people used to go and feel like nobody's going to approach them. So I used to play it off like, I don't see you looking at this car, so I go put a business card in the windshield under the window wiper, and then I watched them come up behind me.
Guerrilla marketing, bro. That's
And then
the way to play it.
I used to put out 50 cards every Sunday. So
Damn.
so I'm getting the calls automatic. People was like, "Yo, John, how you getting these? How you getting these
amazing.
sales?" It's because I
I'm doing
came on Sunday. I didn't tell them that. They
Yeah,
didn't know I was
no,
doing
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could have been like devastated with your NBA career not flourishing, and instead you learned something, not in school, but on the car fucking lots.
I say this at the end, guys. Basketball was a means to an end. Basketball created the opportunity for everything for me. Okay, so that's why I'm not so bitter about it, because if it wasn't for that, all of these other opportunities would not have come my way. So sometimes you take it as far as you can take it. You know, if basketball gets you, or sports gets you in school, you know, if it gets you from high school to college,
Very good point.
it's done something for you. So
Totally.
So yeah, my life happened because of sports.
Great fucking story.
I want to go to a game.
We'll
Like,
go
I
to game.
really
We'll,
do.
listen, we'll
Prime
go to
time. We'll go to fucking prime time.
Listen,
I'm fired up, man.
that's the one thing about it. Everybody that's an all-star is going to end up in my league. So LeBron,
Ooh,
everybody.
I love
see, that's
that.
the whole thing, because they don't want to. Listen, the average guy is 30 years old. Like, you think you want to stop doing something you love at 30?
Yeah.
Just
Right.
because you can't play in that league, why wouldn't you want to play in this league?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it was like people say, "Oh, why would these guys come?" No, they're not coming for the money. They made the money, but this is all they know how to do.
Yeah.
This is all they want to do.
Yeah, it's
It
hard
gives
for
them
them
a
to give it up.
purpose.
Yes,
Ex-
absolutely.
exactly.
Gives them a reason to get up in the morning.
And they still want to be a star.
Yeah.
Totally.
We have one question that we ask all of our guests at the end of the show. It's a kind of wild card question, so I'll ask it to you.
Oh,
If
Oh,
you could
shit.
have, it's two parts. So if you could have dinner with one person, who would it be? And if you could have someone's contact list from their cell phone, who would it be in all of history, dead or alive?
He would want to have dinner with me.
Think about it. Think about it. Think about it.
It's a good one.
that's an incredible one. They dead or alive.
Yep. Dinner and then the phone contact list.
Dinner with Denzel
It's a good one.
for knowledge.
That's a good one.
Okay.
And a good reason. I would take his contact list too.
Give me that.
Fuck it.
I was about to say, damn,
Dinner, give me a fucking phone,
that's
Denzel.
kind of
Give me a,
that's kind of a
Two for one, yeah.
give me a
With-
phone, Denzel.
I can't. He's at the top of the list for me.
So Denzel for both.
Yeah, he's at the top of the list.
Denzel, if you ever see this,
Well, actually, so
Wait
it's
a
unfair.
minute.
It's unfair. So I know Denzel, and I helped his son, J.D. Washington, before he became the actor, get a tryout with the New York Giants because he was a football player.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he was football. So before J.D. Washington, who's a great actor,
Yeah,
you know,
great actor.
I knew him then. Denzel had asked me and a friend of mine to help his son because Denzel knows everything about movies, but
Right.
you know,
You don't know shit about
Now he's
football,
going to have
huh?
to catch up
What
with you at
position?
dinner.
running back.
No way.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, J.D. Washington. So that's why he ended up on Ballers.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
fit.
It was a good show.
Yeah,
Was that
great.
the Kiki Barber days? The Barber?
Yeah,
Running back of the Giants?
yeah.
The Barber brothers.
Tiki,
Barber
Tiki,
and,
yeah.
And the other Barber. The
It's
Barber brothers.
Rondé
The-
Barber.
Yeah.
They were like bald or something. No, were they? No. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
And by the way, we have a gift for you.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
At the end of every show,
You can
our
open it,
guest
hold your mic.
gets a gift.
Look at that ribbon. I wrapped it myself. Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's
I love
green
the green.
onyx, bro.
Yeah.
Green onyx.
Thank
It's
you.
a green onyx
welcome.
Thank
natural
you.
gemstone bracelet.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being a guest on
Such a
our
pleasure,
show.
man.
We hope you guys
Totally
enjoyed the
engaging.
show, and you guys can see everything that John is doing from his Instagram handle that's going to be linked below in this video. And stay tuned for the Primetime Basketball League, which you will see us attending at.
That's right.
Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you.
I got a sweet jumper.
I see you switch hands on me.
We'll see you guys next time on the Play Hard Look Dope podcast. Bye.
Peace.